across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying. Stuck beneath the spinning glow of a familiar hue. Struck by your impression like all of those next to you. But I will try to stand and make it down the hall. But in the sound, I'm barely here at all. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying so hard to meet you where you are. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying so hard. I met you in the yellow light of a sign that bore your name. You said it was a coincidence, but one you can't explain. Said I'm not going to read more other than I should. But when you smiled, I knew I always would. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying. Stuck beneath the spinning glow of a familiar hue. Struck by your impression like all of those next to you. But I will try to stand and make it down the hall. But in the sound, I'm barely here at all. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying so hard to meet you where you are.
numbers. Hold on. Actually at 82 now. Oh, and I just did. Keys, fuck. Off. Ones did I fuck up? No! I have all these like hotkeys. Oh, it's my 8, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I have all these hotkeys now that are like all attached to my thing. And so I have to remind myself that when I'm typing in numbers, I need to use my number keys, not my number pad. Yeah. That's where all my stuff is. Hi, Epic. Oh, I should. Need to pull up one more thing. Hang on. Hi, Abstract. Gotta pull up one more thing. Sorry, hold on. Okay. All good. We're back. I'm okay. I'm a little tired today, actually, but that's all right. I do need to get my water bottle, though. I left my water bottle behind me. Ow! I had to clean up my room a bit this morning, and so I moved a bunch of stuff around, and so I can't find anything now. I was like, oh, I'll clean up my room, make everything a little bit better, have a better space, and then I, then I lost track of all the things I needed. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay. Whew. Got it. I'm in my jammies. I've got some slippers on. It was Saturday, so I didn't feel like I really needed to get dressed, you know? My gym jams on and got my slippers. I got my slippers are like, they have like hard bottoms, like rubber, like hard rubber bottoms, so that way I can like wear them out into the garage. I have a different pair actually. I have a couple of pairs of slippers. My other ones are like soft and fluffy, and they have little sheep. They have little sheep on them. And then my other set, they're actually slightly too big, so I have to wear like a different pair of like fox socks with them that are kind of like slipper socks, but not really. But they're just slightly bigger, and so they fit inside of those slippers, and so I can wear them both at the same time. And then my other ones are these, they say dog mom on them. But the thing is, I don't have a dog. I have a cat, not a dog. What happened was my mom ordered a pair of slippers, and she had ordered like cat slippers or something like that, but for some reason they messed up and sent us a pair of dog mom slippers instead. And my mom's like, but I don't have a dog, I can't wear the dog mom slippers. And I'm like, fine, give me the dog mom slippers then. They're soft and cozy either way, what does it matter what they say? And so I also have a pair of dog mom slippers. I just like soft and fuzzy socks and slippers and things. So like I like fuzzy socks, but like the best kind of socks are those they're like slipper socks where they're like not wool lined. I guess they are wool lined. They're those really chunky socks that you basically can't wear with anything. You can only wear them on their own. They got little grippies on the bottom so you can like wear them around the house if you got like hardwood floors and stuff. Those are my favorites. Those are my favorite kind of socks. I was gonna say I have like so many pairs of them. I have like, I think 4. I have like 4 pairs of them. Most of them have paw prints on them. I think I have 2 Christmas ones, a pair of like Charlie Brown ones, and then like a pair that look like cat paws or something like that. A dog monster. Chat is full of dogs. Nasty dogs, maybe. We have to go, where are we going? We were supposed. Oh, we have to go to the crime scene. That's right. February 22nd. Prosecutor's office underground parking lot. German Shepherd. I don't know what kind of dog I would be if I was. I want to be a Schnauzer. That's the kind of dog I want to be. I want to be a Schnauzer. Because I like Schnauzers. The cool thing about Schnauzers too is that Schnauzers are hypoallergenic dogs. And so as much as I like want to be some like big scary dog, like a Cane Corso or something, like I like just to have scary dog privilege, but like I want to be a Schnauzer because I'm actually allergic to a lot of short-haired dogs. Like long-haired dogs for some reason don't bother me, but like some short-haired dogs, like they make me break out in hives and I get super itchy, and so I can't be around shorter-furred dogs. But Schnauzers are hypoallergenic, so I can be around them. So I want to be a Schnauzer. All breeds of Schnauzers are hypoallergenic. Fun fact about Schnauzers. I call those hospital socks since you usually see them there. Actually, no. So you're thinking of just like regular fuzzy socks. I'm talking about like big ass chunky fuzzy socks. Like hold on. I will pull up a picture. I will post a picture into the Discord of like these like slipper sock things that I'm talking about. They're these things. They're called apparently fluffy thermal like Sherpa socks or something. Show me pictures that I can post. I may post a picture of the fluffy socks that are my favorite kind. I need like a good example. That's a good example. Because I'm pretty sure that I have these exact ones, only I think they're in gray. I think I have these in gray because they're like a Christmas edition. It's in general, for those of you that are curious of what socks I am talking about. There we go. I really like St. Bernards. Oh no, is that why I'm not catching anything? Am I out of Pokeballs? I'll have to look. Static potential socks? Not really. Also, what is your question? Is that what's wrong with me? I get itchy when I go to pet my cousin's dog. Yeah, it's like my friend had a pit bull. What was it? It was a pit bull Aussie mix or something like that. It was like a really strange mix, but like I love pit bulls. Like pit bulls are probably one of my favorite kinds of dogs because they're such huge sweethearts if you are training them correctly from when they're little. And they just, the little tails, they're so happy to see people when they're well trained. And it's just, I love pit bulls, but I am allergic to them. And we didn't know that until he got that puppy that was mostly pit bull. And so we didn't know that, and so every time I held the puppy, because he was really little, and so he liked to be picked up and carried around like a baby, and so we were doing that for a little bit, but we had to train that out of him. But every time I would like pick it up, I would get completely covered in hives. I would be so itchy, like I wouldn't even need to be near it, and I would be like I'd be so itchy. It got to the point where I actually had to keep like a medicated lotion at his house every time that I would go over, so that way I didn't like scratch myself raw, because it was so bad for a while. Anyway, looks like they're still investigating. Yeah. My first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey, everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you doing? Well, they're going to be my coworkers in 3 years from now. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know that attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes, right? I'm not trying to stand out too much here, see? Hi there! You expecting to go unnoticed around here, partner? Wait, is that Lotta? Oh, it's a guy, too. That's not helping. Wow, those socks. Shush! I really like them, okay? What's with the music? What do we have here? Oh, no. Why are you... Oh, my God. Why are you using that word for the first part of it? What is this? Wild arms? Looks like a Bambina got lost from the ranch and is up to no good. Who's gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner? Mr. Marshall. Oh, gross. Marshall? It's not like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Ike. It's our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. Is this the prosecutor that I'm fighting? You're fixing to mess with what's ours. You're gonna regret it, partner. You know what dreams the... Oh, wait, no. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What is this guy talking about? Oh, and we're drinking on the job. The title music for Wild Arms is really good. Don't have me volume up. Am I? Oh, can you guys not hear anything? No, you can hear it. Okay. I don't know how, but I think Summer's doing her country voice. No, I'm not. Because he's embarrassing me. You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. He doesn't have you up. Oh, I don't have my volume up, but hi. Hi! Can't wave. I'll just do this. Pretend I'm waving. Was that... Oh my god, Phoenix, no! Summer, I don't have my volume up. Okay. My bad, girl. Was that a hombre, your friend of yours? Kind of. Sorta. That's a detective. He's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. It's in a quiet area, so I can't have it up. That's okay. Look around, I guess. There's a wallet on the floor. What's this, a wallet? Excuse me, officer? Pete, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found his wallet. I'm just handing it over to the police. Don't believe it. This is a real basic. Anything at a crime... Oh my god, anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. Wallet was hastily shoved into the pocket. I'm called to duty already at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examine evidence in detail, okay? The way that her eyes are sparkling, I can tell that she's been waiting for this. Okay, now look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start investigating. Let's start examining from every angle. Look at that. That might be a clue. You should check it out. Press with enter. Go. Oh my god. The wallet opens. I couldn't have guessed. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. Me? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with this. Goodman's ID. The investigator's ID found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. ID number 5842189. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. Guess I have to be on my toes from now on. Okay. Phone here. Here's a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. I clicked the button. Whoops. Phone is broken. The ladder. Say that he wasn't a good man. Aha! A ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please? Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. Seems to be so horribly familiar somehow. I can't. Oh, I can move. Okay. Oh, would you look? The crime scene. I was like, oh, what a lovely crime scene. There's nothing here. Never mind. Found the crime scene. There's a cell phone. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Oh, partner. Looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along. Unless you want to be fixing to bite the bullet. Ugh, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. Little Philly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides the red Mustang with the body in her saddle, huh? Please? No problem, partner. Got time for oh my god. Vittles anyway. Dude, nobody fucking uses the word vittles. At least anymore. Get yourself to the saloon up at the 12th floor in the prosecutor's office. Might find you a Sylvester seat like. Prosecutor's office? Oh, prospector, not prosecutor. Whoops, prospector's office. This guy think he is, and when for that matter. Note to self, look up Vittles, Saloon, and Cervesta. Maybe we should check out room 1202. Hi, prosecutor's office. Oh, it was a prosecutor. Well, howdy there, partner. Hi, Amaro. Any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, but you keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? Oh, it's a lady. She's so pretty! This? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene! Hello, half and half, was it? Thanks. And you, sir? Yeah. Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Are you officers? Oh, no, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even in my days, I was known as the cough-up queen or over. Cough-up, huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up queen, tell us what happened. My name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or, before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Oh, she needs it. Okay, the case. Excuse me? I don't know, Zero. That's just what it says. Don't. No! I just actually reached up to my head to get rid of that. Oh my god, wait, what did I ask her? Capcom, please. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was the day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday of every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know that the foul misdeeds of evil ones who haunt the den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors! They have no qualms about oh my god, they have no qualms at all about blackening the names of the innocent. And yesterday, they paid homage to the most evil of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Wait, what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What did you see? So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Now, I feel I know that oh my god, I feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. Say, Lana Skye wielded a knife? Is that so? Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery tears ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Worse. Quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would the pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunchboxes. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches here are a hit. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind that you can only tell someone has... Oh my god. The kind you can only tell someone who has... What? The kind you can only tell someone who has... That does not... Okay, am I stupid? The kind you can, oh my god, I kept reading you as who for some reason. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's tribulation lunch scent. Okay, I'm just dyslexic today. I'm dyslexic today. Just don't look at me. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate the part of the Tribulite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Oh, she's taken. Sticky note redeemed, but it says dyslexic. I don't have that one, unfortunately. Your boyfriend. See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in and see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike. And the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in chowder. Wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That would sure be a cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, Cough-Up Queen. She was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Okay, so she was not any help to me now because she told us that she saw the stabbing, but that's about it. Goodbye. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 212. There is... Oh my god. I know whose office this is. This is the kind of room that screams, I can do the job. Had a change from your office, really. Thanks. Ooh, look! There's some kind of trophy or something here. A trophy? Wait, that shield? It takes real nerve to display something like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. What? Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No! Did I? No, it was just Mr. Wright here. Hey! Don't blame this on me. We're just here investigating a murder case. Murder? A body found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? Your car? One thing, she can certainly scream, and I don't feel like screaming. So, we're gonna pretend I'm screaming. So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead. Say it right. Think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think that you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. You're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. That didn't sound forced at all. Oh, I remember. You've really grown. It was a bit surprising for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. Can stand... Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at tomorrow's trial. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle that I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Hard to remember a time where there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say that I am the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It is a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go as far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys. That bronze shield? Story behind that one. Lana Skye. The chief prosecutor Skye. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. Wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. I best him. Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife is the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I kept in a toolbox in the trunk of my car. Murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of the victim's blood, but there are no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Okay. Tell me about the little trophy. I've been wondering. What the heck is that? A big K on it. Prosecute. What was that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with it? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Into Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors trophy at the PD on the day of the murder. So why do you have a steel samurai statue? My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth, but I was looking at the statue. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? Got that name somewhere before. Beside it, a giant steel samurai. Oh, I want one. There's something written at the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. He? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancé? I don't think so. He's not gonna say anything about it, we're just gonna make assumptions? Okay. Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set! I go for more instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves! they're all sorted by a place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There is such a thing as taking a hobby a bit too far. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. Must be his lucky trial jacket. A lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. Oh, she's getting too excited about this. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights had all surrounded the blue pawn. Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. It reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. It's nothing. Oh, these are all case files. Stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Must have gotten them, or he must have someone to get them for him. Strange. And why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these cases for reports so closely. He's so cool. I wouldn't say that if you saw... you wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. And a nice desk. Easy to use, and it's easy on the eyes. Polished so well I can see my own reflection. Poor Gumshoe. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Your Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. My buddy pores over his case files here until the wee hours in the morning. Then takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and just goes to sleep, using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. In bed in the morning, he has soft hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Soft hair is cool. Whoa. What a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. Guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact to the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Okay, we're leaving now, because I think I've asked him everything I can. I don't have anything I can show him, right? Oh, I guess I could show him this. Hey, do you know who this is? Hey, do you know who this is? Hey, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? What? Sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? Wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Okay, so don't show Edgeworth the evidence. Got it. Back to the parking lot? Oh, she's not here anymore. The office, maybe? No. Am I supposed to talk to him about something? Wait. The prosecutor's office. I don't have anything else to show him, though, really. Unless he wants to tell me more about these things? So basically this says that you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive the travesty. Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? Why does it matter? Got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Oh, does that mean that I can... Yes, I can. Okay, I was supposed to show him something. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and the awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? At the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's really precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Oh, parking stub. Parking stub. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered lot at 5:12. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. Murder took place around 5:15. So it was like right as he got out of his car. Okay. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I appreciate it if you direct your suspicious glance elsewhere. Oh, hello. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find any evidence in the case of Chief Prosecutor Skye? I don't like the way that this conversation is going at all. Skye, sir? No, sir. No one, or no name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on tomorrow's trial, so do not bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir. I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I was not aware of the particular— Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Oh, but sir, I didn't know. Guy, looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right? Yes, sir! Oh, that caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Should have finally calmed down at least. Police department entrance. It's the Blue Badger! February 22nd, police department entrance. Whew, finally here. they put the police department so far from the prosecutor's office? Me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. Department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Oh my god, it moves. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Get the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Oh no, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Gumshoe's like, he just spots them out of the corner of his eye and just starts rushing at them. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. There's our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know, I'm a very busy man, pal. Are you now, Gumshoe? Why are you trying to fight Nightbot? I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that Chief Prosecutor's already confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she, oh my god, but what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal, there's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence is faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Oh! The chief prosecutor's little sister! Please just investigate this case carefully, okay? And scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be heard using the, you don't want to be overheard using the words like faked. Huh? It's just, it's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Thank you, I am king. Only the highest ranked criminal, or oh my god, only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. We're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down, pal. Isn't there anything else that you could be doing? The chief prosecutor himself is directing this case, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Hi, Manfred! That monster is pure evil. Who, Marshall? Hold on. Thank you for the hydrate. I should go get like a crystal light or something from downstairs. Get myself a little treat. No, the blue badger? Oh. I don't know, I think it's kind of cute. Marshall is only cringe. I don't know, I think the blue badger is kind of cute. Officer Marshall, Now that I think about it, Emma did say that she knows that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Hey, wait, do you know who this is then? Hey, Gumshoe. Dearest, can you tell me about this, please? Detective Gumshoe? What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal. This is the detective's ID card. You can't keep that. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that give me into so much trouble all the time. Any Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. Don't be mean to the Blue Badger. He's already having a bad day. Look at him. They put him together with duct tape. He's got, like, handprints on him because of the way he was painted. Oh, I remember now! Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Can you tell me about the stupid trophy? Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Are you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations? I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. And with all the naysayers at the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Oh, it must be because of the rumors. I just pull out a knife. Found it in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Skye to do such a thing? I mean, sure, of course, someone really did it. I mean, someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Yay! Festive has a Chikorita too! I also started with the Chikorita. Abstract and I both did. I also probably need to pull up my own stream for a second because I am out of Pokeballs. So I can't catch anything that has been coming on, that has been coming through. So I need to maybe stock up. Hold on. Here's the panel. Here's the panel. Oh my god, I have so much money. I'm gonna buy 10. And then I'm gonna buy 5. There we go. Now I can do it. Now we can. Okay. Everyone just takes a break from Pokemon. Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? You have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. So we already addressed both of those. Oh, here we go. So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card just be laying on the floor where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case that he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is, Chief Prosecutor Skye called him out here to the parking lot. And Lana confessing is as much. Hey? So, Edgeworth's troubles. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there has always been whispers. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had an unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. Only natural that people would be suspicious. No idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took the case is because he's aiming for chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this all for us. Okay. I don't have anything else to really show him. Do I? I think so. I've already asked him everything. Move. Maybe let's go talk to... Let's go talk to Edgeworth again? Shit, he's gone. Okay. Never mind. Do you have something new to say? You don't. Okay, I do have to show him something then. Apparently there's something to examine on the end. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with this knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it out in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Oh, I mixed that up. That was... Emma was talking about roughing it in the wild. You kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Oh, there's a scary thought. I don't think I see anything else. No. Can I examine this? Oh, I can. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. It's like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. And Karma. Guess he must be a foreigner? Oh, yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. She says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. Does Phoenix just not remember? Oh, wait, isn't this case, like, non-canon or something? He says it like he's never heard that name before. Hey, it's me! I, for some reason, can't, like... I can't, like, drag the little, like, magnifying glass around. I have to, like, click and hope it moves. What about this? Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated at the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. He was held up at least a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. The Just goes to show that you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Okay, so is he just gonna tell me the same thing? Yeah, so he says the same thing for both of those. Can I ask about the blue badger? If I like examine around, can I ask about the blue badger? I was wondering about that. What, the dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. He made it himself? You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. I got it moves. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Badger needed to dance until he drops. Badger's panel was added to the court record. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. I love it, he's perfect. Isn't he cute? I love the blue badger. Thank you. Why aren't you handling this case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the... Oh, wait, God. We met the guy who is... What's his name? The guy in the parking lot. Oh, that would be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall? He's some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer from West LA. Moment there I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Just show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe allows the bearer to investigate a crime scene. Surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, pal. And nobody will look at you twice. Okay, so let's go to the crime scene then. February 22nd, prosecutor's office. Underground parking lot. Investigation's still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, it was her. Whoops. I hate when they, like, don't tell you who it is because I don't know whose voice I need to assign to it. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised look? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in the criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? Looking like a little doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Well, sucks to suck, asshole. I have one of these. Why is it crossed out? $20? Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe? Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. Not Detective's case. I should rethink my career as an investigator. Is that the only thing? No, I think that was the only thing. I didn't mean to examine it, I meant to present it. Do you mind reading this for me? This? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. The letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog? You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting defensive here? No worries. It proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I should let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be a little settler, strike out from the lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenay. The South, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I won't be this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction was crumpled and discarded. Nice talking to you, pal. Rope. Is it? Yep. Laid it on the outline of the victim's body. So, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. How do you know? Someone I know that would come up with that conclusion. Give me the cell phone on the ground. Looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest it belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else that it could belong to. What's scientific about that? Check it out? Yes. Right, let's check it out. Oh, I'm not in control of that. I was like, why is this going like that? I went to click on it. Can I open it? There we go. Phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls that you've made and received. You just press that blue button oh my god, you just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm sure you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know what things like redial are. Oh! I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever. Let's check out this phone. He's not that old. He's like 20-something. Isn't he like 23? Am I older than him? Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, defense attorney does not think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song! I know it! Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. See you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Is it? Belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. I hate that he says prospector and not prosecutor. Belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. In this world, you get old at 17. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made to the raid right when the murder occurred. Like she was fixing to call someone. Except, she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. Hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. No, they do not. Maybe 100 years ago, but not now. Uh-oh. Cited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone was added to the court record. Is that really a coincidence, though, or was she trying to call us? Were we her last call? Property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Did she call us? I guess, no, she would have been... No, because she would have called the office. I was like, maybe she tried to call Mia. But no, we don't have Mia's phone number, so... I'll ask him a couple of questions in a minute because he annoys me. The garish red sports car. appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The lactose-intolerant trainer has an ice Pokemon. That just means that it has to be your, like, front runner. Just for the joke. Luxury car. Screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. We're on parking level A. A block. This is the area reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to block B. Why would they segregate them like that? Are they on like different parts of the building and so they want to make sure like everybody has like a specific parking space or something? Seems odd. I dream of the day that I'll be able to park here with my car. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I am not planning on giving up my job that soon. I think that's... B block is through here. That's where visitors park. See the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. See a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. That strike you as a little creepy. Just don't think about it too deeply. You'll be fine. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay, tell me about the victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little bit more specific? Bruce Goodman? He was a detective, right? Oh, well, you a feisty doggy there now. Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me that tale. I think he means the witness, Angel Star. And stabbed to the chest. A fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. Died due to a loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. What? Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So he was stabbed somewhere else? Because he couldn't have been put in the car unless it was at minimum like 5:15, right? Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Babina. Chief Prosecutor Skye and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. There's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? Calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. No, they don't! Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives until 2 years ago, to tell the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Babina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now, so I'm keeping an eye on it in the meantime. Odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying that he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a saddled cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, huh? Edgeworth? My cowdog's been kicking out of... oh my god, has been kicked out of this cattle's run by order of the chief of police. Just, he doesn't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe was kicked out of the investigation? So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Mr. Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall? Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you're... Oh, is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? Did they date? Were they dating at one point? Because that's what that definitely implies. I apologize, Bambina. Seems something has gotten seen. Oh my god, something must have gotten into me. Maybe that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill wind or something's up to, oh my god, someone's up to something, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around here for nearly 2 years now. Forging evidence and rearranging testimonies. You mean he was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win? Unbeatable, that is, until we met you. These are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor, Prospector, not Prosecutor, Prospector Lana Skye. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, and some people load them with deals. So you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win his cases? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, and everyone knows that. Why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was the closest to Edgeworth? Okay. I have nothing to show him about that. I think so. Can't ask him about anything. Edgeworth is not here still. Okay, so I have to show him something. To show him the trophy? Ah, toy shield! Suits the boy well. What exactly could you... Oh my god, what exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything to say, or anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of those things. Guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. To self, the prosecutor's office and the criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten even cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Okay, so that's not what I needed to show him. I want to show him this, actually, because that autopsy report doesn't make any sense in terms of this unless the murder took place in a different area. 5:12 p.m. The prosecutor's bright red steed came in in a trot, real slow, like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. I don't have anything to show you. I do. Alright, compadre, count to 3, huh? You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. Okay, so I can't show him anything. I need to look again. I think so. Wait, there was... I didn't examine the trunk itself. This? Like some sort of note. 675 12 2. It's like something's written on it. Goodman. Right. Let's see. Oh, it's an S, not a 5. 6-7S 12 2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? I'm supposed to know. Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I am sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Victim's memo was found in the car trunk. Oh, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report and a note from the victim and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says that she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yeah? I know that song that your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular kids show? Phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you. Didn't she, Emma? Sorry. Can you tell me about what you talked about? She hung up right away. See. Cell phone updated in the court record. Property of Lana Skye. Last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. The detective is murdered. A suspect at the top is the prosecutor is the top prosecutor in the district. I have a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Ooh, a Vulpix has appeared. To be continued. Well, as long as we're having a to be continued. I want the Vulpix. Wee. I also want a drink of water, like, badly. Save your point up, or save your progress up to this point? Yes. No. Water. I should have brought a snack. I only have my water. I should have brought a snack. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. Day 2, Trial Former. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there is still a lot of gray areas. Rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. No! I didn't get the Vulpix. Wanted that Vulpix. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yeah? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to a trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. assume that is. You're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. It's gonna bail me out this time. Alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Fae, or not, I was gonna say Lana Fae. Oh my god, I'm so used to Fae girls just being arrested all the time. Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. It's worth 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of today's proceeding, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not to those of anyone else. That makes it sound like he doesn't believe that that Lana did it either, but he is, because he said earlier that he feels like he doesn't feel like he's being forced. He is being forced. He's being forced to do this trial, but he doesn't seem like he believes that she did it. And then that comment makes it really clear that I don't think he thinks that she did it either, but he doesn't have a choice in which he has to say she did. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Oh, he's much more forceful in person. Suddenly feel like I should be confessing to everything. However, she will not pay for her rashness with her life. There was one witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution will call its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. Cough up, Queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I haven't eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought that caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. Hell is pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, witness, please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I am not finished eating. Well, then hurry it up. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, as you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said in court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a what? She was a first-rate homicide detective. Starr was a detective? I know who you are now. Cough up? Is that what they mean? Like is that what they mean by cough up, Queen? Coughing up evidence? Is that what it's supposed to mean? When you cough up a confession, or you like, oh my god. That's so lame. I thought it was because she was like a bad chef or something, and so like people like coughed up her food. I thought that that's what it was about. I didn't know that that's what it meant. Although I guess it could be both. Like it's supposed to be some kind of like double entendre. Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. So who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor office's professionals. Block B is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose it's to keep the visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes? Oh, that was the judge that was supposed to say that. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans were added to the court records. A witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It does seem rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that your poor losers are some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Talking about me? Witness testimony. Witness's account. Somehow, I always knew that this day would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's instinct at work. Through the wire fence, I saw Chief Prosecutor standing there next to a garish car. The Chief Prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, so... on my way to deliver a lunchbox. Tell me a little bit more about that. Why would you be delivering a lunchbox that late at night? Because wasn't it 5? Who eats lunch at 5? This boyfriend, he's a detective. Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several. Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I will stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the 2nd floor, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by your car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. She was in B block when she witnessed the crime. fence next to the car? By garish car, do you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes? Mr. Edgeworth's. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure that it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, then we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. But dealing with Edgeworth here, I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Hold on. But there's no prints. There's no prints on the knife, so... How can you prove that she was holding it? Press this and then present it? Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't just testify as to her ability to kill an egg, I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. Then what? She didn't tell me anything about her hands. Oh, I just hit my mic. I'm so sorry. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. I said that before. Anything else? And typically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep keep cool heads and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, I'm having her panicking next to me. Is making me calmer. Don't smile like that. Okay, so... It's something about the location of the car or the fact that she couldn't have been, like, holding the knife. Security room. She would have had to have been over here, right? Oh, I just tabbed out of the game. Okay. I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact that there's no prints. Wait, she's wounded. She has a cut on her right hand. How is she able to hold a knife in her right hand if she's cut? Hold on. I really hate that it doesn't let me see the profiles. I did not mean to examine this, but that's nice to see. Something written on it. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. I always thought it had a safety pin. Badge has a number carved into it. That way, you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, we found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Wait. I just realized she has a wound on her hand, but if she has a bandage around her... No, she only has a bandage around her palms, not her fingers. So there would still be fingerprints. Hold on. No, didn't let me. Hold on. Do I need to press like the beginning statements first? How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet, their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective like that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you really have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I had been laid off by those prosecutors over there, if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way, I already did that one. How did you know? You sensed something? So you're saying that you had a premonition of the murder. It felt like, how would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling that you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with the experience on the streets. A greenhorn. And I must be hard yellowed and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with an odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Tell me about the... I already asked this, didn't I? Garish car. Yeah, Garish car means Edgeworth's car. And then he confirms that the knife was his. Okay, Oh, that was different. Wait. In your earlier testimony, you stated clearly that prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. A tagline somewhere else. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are still honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. What? Why? I suppose that's more exciting than hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph now? I told you I'd show it to you. Or you'd think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. The moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Star. That is unmistakably Lena Sky. Lena? Lana, sorry. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Wait a sec. Let me see that picture again. Shit, she's wearing gloves. I was gonna be like, oh, but her fingerprints aren't on it. Fuck gloves. Holding a knife in her right hand. So now that we've said that, do I need to press her again? Tell me more about the knife. No. This is just gonna be the same dialogue. Also, where did her injury come from then? Because she doesn't have the bandages on in that picture. Okay. No, this is the same dialogue. Okay. I don't know what to do. I have to deliver a lunchbox. Through the wire fence. Wait a second. Through the wire fence. Oh, for a second, I thought there wasn't a gate. You can see the chain link fence in the picture. However, you're significantly closer than I thought, because you said you saw it from like 30 feet away. Wait a minute. No, that is her right side. I was gonna say that maybe the blood was on the wrong side. No, that's the right side. I don't know what to do. Oh, I didn't mean to go forward. I don't know what to do. I don't have anything else. Other than the fact that there's no blood on the tip of the knife. Like, this would be the tip. It almost looks more like this was slashed. Like, this is more like the blood splatter on the way of the knife looks more like something was slashed rather than stabbed, because the way that you would know that something was stabbed when it comes to objects like this is actually there would be blood here at the very end of the knife, and then it would come down. Can you see my mouse? Oh, you can't see my mouse. Okay. So it would be here at the tip of the knife, and it would come up through here. It wouldn't be focused just here. So why is there no blood on the tip of the knife? Is that just because of an animation error, or is that it? Because this kind of blood splatter looks a lot more like something like you hit, like you were slashing at something, because of the way that it goes. Because in this case, you use the blade part, not the tip. If that makes any sense. Is that it? She thrust the pointy tip, but then why isn't there any blood on the tip of the knife? No, it's not. It's just an animation thing. Oh, dude, I don't know what to do. It says that she's standing next to a garish car, though. I don't have a picture of the crime scene. Because, like, the thing is, the body was found inside the trunk, but... I don't know what I'm supposed to look for. Anything. I don't think. My issue is that she took a picture after, not when. I'm gonna try this anyway. Oh, that was it. You witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Ooh, that sure is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took the very moment of the crime, of the very moment of the crime, did you not? And why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. It had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Because I don't think he wants to be here. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood spatter. What? That's my problem. That's why I was like, no, because that doesn't make sense, because this was obviously taken after she'd stabbed him. See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? It's a black and white photograph. Yes, it's hard to tell, but that could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem to anyone except you. Sorry. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take this kind of abuse? Better idea? Now that you mention it, wait. Other than myself. You're right, you can't just let him walk all over you. That's just sad. Feeling sad, Mr. Wright? Perhaps a bittersweet first love lunchbox is in order. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's continue with the testimony. I did not mean to say no problem. I'm stupid. Hold on. I have to redo that. Objection. You didn't see shit. That odd. Look at the photograph. She's not holding a knife. She wasn't holding the knife. Yes, this was taken after. Her coat has a stain on it. You have a better idea? Objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment of the witness that she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Advice? I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold and calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in this photograph. Well, are those gloves? The surgical gloves made out of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Tell me about it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves and the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. Just got them thinking it was all planned. If I can prove this claim, the trial's over. Or she can prove this claim, the trial is over. I've got to think of a way to show that it wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Oh, it's because the testimony is... This is the thing she says at the end of the testimony. Okay, so... The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. The problem is there's no prints on the knife, which would make sense if she's not wearing if she's wearing gloves, there wouldn't be any prints because she can't leave anything. But even if she was wearing gloves, if there's no prints, how do you know? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. Bloody murder weapon in a red car. It all belonged to the prosecutor there? Defendant to the chief prosecutor for the district? Well, my prosecutor's bad people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness prove an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Order, order. Right, now the tide has turned in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is as good as Bree. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tides have turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Ugh. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not, which is not true. A real court would definitely care because that determines your charges. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered the detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she... I believe I would like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Witness testimony. Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure that the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could have driven that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Aha! Nope. One stab wound. Autopsy report. One knife wound. She did not do that. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I order a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I know. Hold on. I know. That one. Ha! It was only one stab wound. She could not have been stabbing him again and again. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you could not have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid that moss is growing under your feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. My hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, yes? Oh, thanks. I believed that no one could ever be. Oh my god! I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize such mistakes are possible. So you're saying that you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I saw blood on her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how the gas leak. Wait. Red muffler? She's not wearing a muffler. What are you fucking talking about? She's only wearing a coat. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Edgeworth's over here just going, you dumb bitch. He's just like, I have caught you in another lie yet again. He's stealing all of our thunder. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. You have proved it yourself with this photograph. But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. Was my what was my objection chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Well then, very well. Witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explaining her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what she had confessed. Confused. Oh my god, that's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made the escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. So, question, how did she get to her? If they have separated lots, then... I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a snake. Don't bother with details unless you want to get bitten. Oh, thanks. To self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Very well. Mr. Wright, your examination, if you will. Apprehending the suspect. Okay, but no. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. I quickly caught her. No, didn't she call someone? She called somebody instead. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means the wall, or this wall next to the car. My cat is... Right. There's a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? But, okay, but no. Because she called somebody. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her? Yeah. Because I want to know how she got past the chain link fence. Because there's a chain link fence between the prosecutor's entrance, or between the prosecutor's lot and the guest lot. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. And it doesn't look like she could have gotten through anywhere. The lunch lady's car was here. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in the B block. You witnessed the murder from here, right? That would make you about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. A cough-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed. It would likely have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So you couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Well, I guess that fence doesn't go all the way to the ceiling, huh? That fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Skye not get away? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Like the muffler of a car? Just the one word? So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes. The chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Phone? She can't mean the one that I have in evidence. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see? No, the court does not see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? Wait, but how could she have seen that? It's behind the partition. That's right, near the car there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. So she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Sing. Never happened to good testifying. You could, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please these rookie defense attorneys. Word muffler was overheard during the call made to Emma at 5:18. Lana's cell phone updated in the court record. How did you know? Because wasn't the partition in the way? Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? I was going to ask the same. I'll only say this once, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and then ran behind the partition. She then picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then, I boldly grabbed her arm. The chief prosecutor hung up her phone. You saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? She could not have seen it. Because of the partition. The partition was there. She didn't see anything. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Alana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction in your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said that you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you could not have possibly seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe that you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you could not have seen it. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me to question. Tell us exactly what lie Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. I tried to combine witness and court and I got wort. Sorry. My brain jumped ahead in the sentence. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness has lied about where she saw it. Miss Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say that the witness did see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. That would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask the question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony that we've heard now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was here. She had to be in A lot. The problem is that doesn't explain her photo, though. She couldn't have seen anything from B-Lot. Oh, she was in the security room with her boyfriend. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room on the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built onto the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office, she could not park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting better men? To think that the tables could be turned. And today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star. Gasp, my. Order, order. How the tables have turned. Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. No, read that again. How the turns have tabled. Pardon me. How the turntables have tabled. The guilty, is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't that strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? That doesn't make any sense. She could have just said that she saw the crime scene from the security guard station. And it wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. No, because that means she could not have been the one that took the photo. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury, and she knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. Tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Right? Let's reveal what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said that she saw it from Block B. It must be a vital difference, but what? What would change? The angle view of the crime. Why would the angle at which she saw the crime occur change? The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and why would she have some sort of 3D view of the crime? This is important. Why? No, I was wrong. Perhaps you didn't like to reconsider. Oh, this is not going well. Witnessed the crime from the security station. She lied and said she saw it from Block B. Distance to the crime? Distance to the crime? It changes the distance between her and the crime scene. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time to which it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. How long did it take you to go down from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch, and with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew it, before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the crime scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Wouldn't that take you way longer, though? So that's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in Block B. That's quite a detour. That would take so much longer, though. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. Aha! That contradicts when the phone call. That contradicts the phone call because the phone call was taken 3 minutes. Was done 3 minutes after the crime scene, not 5. Changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have a photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear on the finest plastic spork. You have a point, but the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. I have any evidence that can stop this? Yes.
Objection!
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. Impossible. If you were a criminal, if you were a criminal, what would you do in 5 minutes? I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But if you have the instincts of a killer, you would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. If I was a criminal, I would waste my time on TikTok. I would be like on my phone, like trying to find music to like my theme music as I escape. Like I need like good running music so that I can run away from the scene. And then I would spend like 20 minutes just trying to pick a song and then the police would get me. Well then, it seems that we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Some researching how to escape from the police. Let me search Spotify for my getaway playlist. Yes, exactly. I'm looking for my my music and I'm like, I don't feel like playing like Eye of the Tiger. I need to play something more dynamic, you know? And like I would spend like 20 minutes just trying to pick a song and then the police would show up and I'd get arrested. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the Kaffa Queen has been dethroned. With that, court is adjourned. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? The order she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I have decisive evidence. What was that? Another one of her trick lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Mr. Ah. This is your jumbo lunchbox. Ooh, triple-decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I will allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Siri played Tokyo Drift by Teriyaki Boys. I like Lunchland's motto, or like Lunchland's motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence, witness testimony. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One, of course, was the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Doesn't she have a cut on her hand, though? What? There was blood found on the shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I have heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. Throwing her shameless plug. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. Okay, so she has at least 6 boyfriends from what we've gathered. In any case, Your Honor, I cannot accept this evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Hey, Mr. Wright? Doesn't matter. Get it out of here. So, Edgeworth sure is celebrating. He's celebrating because he doesn't want to be trying. He doesn't want to be at this trial. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. And that's why they're in forensics and not private detectives, or else they would have they would have known about one another. Right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some real evidence law. Really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems that you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White enamel shoe bears traces from Goodman and Lana Skye. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine your witness. Hold on. She's wearing black shoes in this picture, though. Or at the very least, brown. But that's a white shoe. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Oh, this is the victim's shoe. Never mind. Sorry, I thought they were saying that this was Lana's shoe. I was like, but Lana isn't wearing white shoes. Do we have... I was hoping we had like a picture or something of like what the victim was wearing. Did I not bring this up? Two types of blood were found. You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. What? You claim to know something about blood tests, Rookie? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes from 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions types with all blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they say there's little doubt that it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So we don't have the DNA test, we only have that it was blood. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. Ties her directly to the death of Katie was gonna say that. Hold on. It's my sister's, right? Here, so. Anna's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in the jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Where's this? But there's also blood on the bottom of the shoe, which is probably the victim's. Please there's blood here too. The sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. It's horrible. That might be an important clue. Why would the blood be under his foot? Because if it's under his foot, that means he would have had to have stepped in it. But if he was stabbed, there should have already have been a pool of blood. Yeah. It's like, the top of the shoe would have the blood on it, wouldn't it? Because it would have dripped from the wound. Hold on. I want her to tell me, like, everything about it. You lie almost every 5 minutes. I guess you could say, I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most unworthy of vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimony, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. Is this when a suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. And now, with the matter of the victim's blood. Did I not bring this up? Hold on. You found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I waited for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon, if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I also want the Corviknight. Hold on. Whee! I want it this time. Okay, I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of a crime. Now, tell us what you did next. The thing, if you don't have... So you brought it to... If you don't have the DNA, then how can you prove whose blood is whose? So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by forensics experts. So she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched the defendant. You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. And we already looked at this, because we asked if you knew anything about blood. There's little doubt it would have been Lana's. The shoe doesn't prove anything, though. You can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? Problem? Yes, I have a problem with the shoe. If there's no DNA test, the blood doesn't mean anything. I'm not imagining things. Oh, it's shiny! Sorry, I just looked at the chat. I caught a shiny! Oh, wait, what are the shiny odds for the little Pokemon game? That's the first time I've ever seen a shiny on this game. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god, it is shiny! He's all black. He doesn't have any good special defense, but the rest of his IVs, he's sitting at an IV 20. Hold on. Okay, buddy. He's level 6, and he's shiny. That I've never caught a shiny in I've never caught a shiny in a real Pokemon game, and I guess that statement still kind of stands. But I don't have time to look at that, but it makes me so happy. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eye. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. What? The blood on the bottom. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of his shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. Is that a threat, lady? Is that a threat or a promise? It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly contradict about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? He was only stabbed once. You would have had to have seen a puddle of blood, right? Also, wait. Yeah, there's no blood on the floor. There's no blood on the floor, so the problem lies in the footprint. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? As you can see... Sorry, hold on, I'm shifting around in my share of it. There was no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor. There could have been bloody footprints. Then where were they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the crime scene and found nothing of the sort. Order. Order. Well, witness? What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is pretty contradictory. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Oh, is he gonna help us? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness was more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about the apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside and kicked over an oil drum. She's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rar. I thought that was a little of a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, I will not say that last part again. No, Zero. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure that I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though, apparently, you are not the slowest conveyor belt. You're not... Wait. Oh, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belts at the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. You want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You don't mean. Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains as would have become evidence against her. But that still doesn't make sense because that picture was taken before she got in the fight. So the footprints would still be on the ground. That ties things up quite nicely. No, it doesn't! The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. And again, then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. No! That's not what happened. That's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. Reminds me, Mrs. Sky's right hand was hurt. Did she say that she cut herself when she stabbed him? That's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What can I do? I know what the problem is. Your sister has confessed to a crime and she tried to conceal it. What? Enough. There is no need for a further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. No, not done. Little girl, what did you just say? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cop-up queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. You're right, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. Clearly wet. Erasing the last traces of doubt from a court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. Sorry, Mr. Wright. I couldn't help after all. Not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems that this is what your sister wanted anyway. Sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Give up? Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time, I'd like to declare the verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. Is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it would be too late. Look at this photograph, the one last submitted. This trial isn't over until we get every piece of evidence properly considered. So, Wright, are you saying that there is a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yes. Think later. There is a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose, since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Look at this photograph. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with the evidence. Muffler? Because she said that Mia mentioned something about the muffler, right? Muffler? Because Mia, did I say Mia? Whoops. They said that Lana said muffler over the phone before hanging up, right? And a muffler can be either a scarf or a part of a car. It depends on, like, context. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Just wait a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system. A pipe. I see, and I see. But that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler. So, what if there was something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but that's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has in mind. Tell us why you think that this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. The cell phone! Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ugh. Ugh. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually the exhaust pipe? If so, that means that the piece of cloth is vital evidence. Well, it seems that we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about this piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we have done a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until we have seen all of the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Ugh, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all. Still hungry? To be continued.
And I think that that's actually a really good place to stop because I need to get some dinner. So I think that this is a fantastic place to stop for now. We will return to this. Yes, it's dinner time. It's not lunchtime, it's dinner time for me. And so I am going to go ahead and head out of here for the day. We will pick this up next week on Saturday. Go ahead and save so I don't forget. So we're gonna go ahead and we will head out of here for the day just so that I can go eat. I'm not here tomorrow because I have to do my midterm. I have to do a midterm paper thing. It's like 800 words. I just have to answer a couple of questions. So it's not really a paper, you know? It's just answering questions. But I will be back on Monday for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I hope to see you guys later, okay? I hope you guys have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever it is for you. Bye, guys.